Let's see, time now is 10 minutes past 6.
When I left the house this morning, big wet snow. You know, I was talking about types of snow with Carol yesterday. I just thought I'd say. I mean, it's a past weather forecast, so I'm not even sure how it's useful. It's not even a forecast. It's like a, I don't know. What is it, Matt? What is it? What am I talking about? Morning. Fat, wet snow.
Good snow for making snowballs and snowmen.
No, looking at stuff like this, and look, I'm looking at your face. I'm seeing your face. Tell me.
I can tell you one thing for sure.
How do you feel when you see stories like this that say, oh, yeah, hottest year, coldest year, this winter could be our coldest? Can you predict it?
Frustrated, but it makes a good story, doesn't it?
Look at your lovely face.
See, Matt, he just tells it how it is.
Look
he tells
at his
it how
lovely
it is.
face.
That's all it is.
It's the slightly pursed
Thanks,
lips. Thanks, Matt.
We'll now look at some of the front pages now for you Friday morning. We'll start with the Telegraph reporting that leading down themselves.
So it's not... So you don't need any batteries? Or do they still have batteries?
No, they're rechargeable batteries, so that it would pick up light from the lights inside your room.
So how long does it say the remote will last? 7 years?
7 years, apparently.
My remote's has been around for at least 10 years.
What, one remote on one set of batteries?
No, the remote has been around for 10 years.
Yeah, but it's the batteries, that's what I'm talking about. So you won't have to worry about changing the batteries.
But that says the remote will last
It's the
for 7
device.
years.
So the device, it's so you don't have to put batteries in, that's all.
But you said there were batteries in it.
Yeah, well, you don't have to change the batteries.
Anyone else confused?
No, the problem with remote controls is the batteries run out, and then as they're running out, you whack the thing because you think maybe there's a connection. That's not a worry. If it's solar powered, it's just going to keep going forever. You won't have to worry about it.
Is there a remote that can survive the whacking?
They all do.
Have they invented one
They
yet?
all do. They all do.
Don't whack
It's a bit
your
like in the
remote
old days, the TV didn't work. When they had a top,
Yes, and you
you'd
smashed
whack
the top of it.
and that also
in the
worked.
days of aerials.
That also
For a
worked.
generation. What? Really?
16 minutes past 6 Friday morning.
The world was watching in shock. Day before yesterday evening, violent clashes were erupting in the heart of US democracy when Donald Trump supporters stormed the Capitol building in Washington.
Well, that violence has led to calls for the president to stand down, while both Twitter and Facebook suspended President Trump's accounts for a period of time. He's been allowed to tweet again now and has issued a video message to the American people. Here it is.
Miles.
The numbers are ambitious. Of course, what matters is whether it will work in practice. GEP practices across England have expressed some frustration at not receiving the vaccine sooner, causing further confusion among their patients.
Now, we've spoken to 3 GPs about their experience of the rollout so far.
We don't much anyway, so...
OK. Well, we're chatting about it in a while. See you, Mike.
6:48. Let's take a look at the weather this morning. Matt, there has been snow up here in the northwest, and I'm seeing, what's that? Where are we in your picture there?
Sorry, I just want to
Stunning.
interrupt, Charlie. I just want to interrupt because you did tell Mike how wonderful he looked and healthy he looked. And do you not think you should give the same love to Matthew?
Do you know, we've got, 2 hours and 50 minutes left of the programme this morning. There's plenty of time for Matt to get a compliment as well. Let's not rush things.
OK.
You want to do it all at once.
I'll look forward to it. I look
good.
forward to it.
Matt, thanks very much. See you later on.
See you then.
13 minutes past 7 is the time. Many head teachers in England say that they're seeing a significant increase in demand for places for children able to attend school during lockdown.
Some schools say more than half of pupils have been back in classrooms, leaving teachers and unions expressing concern over safety. We've spoken to some head teachers to find out what the past few days have been like. In a way, if you think what Matt just did was weather, here's some serious weather.
Yeah.
This is from the new David Attenborough documentary, started last weekend, may have seen it, called A Perfect Planet.
Perhaps the tonic that people need. It's called A Perfect Planet. It looks at how the forces of nature are driving and shaping the Earth's wildlife.
And this week, the reason I mentioned the weather, because it explores how animals cope with the uneven amounts of sunlight that fall on the planet, hot and cold. Have a look at this rare footage of Arctic wolves and how they survive.
No, Charlie's going to pay you a compliment.
I know, but I thought I'd get mine in first.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you very much.
It's all a bit weird. 12 minutes past 8 is the time now. Let's go back to our main story this morning. That is the news that passengers arriving in England and Scotland and the rest of the UK, although Wales and Northern Ireland, there are no planes coming in. There's no international travel. So it's England and Scotland initially, whether by air, sea or rail, will soon have to prove they've tested negative for coronavirus 72 hours before they travel.
All of this comes after months of pressure from the aviation industry. We spoke to Grant Shapps, the Transport Secretary, a little earlier. Ben is now going to get a view.
It's been lovely catching up with you. Good luck with everything, and thank you for sharing your story with us.
Congratulations as well.
Thank you very much.
There we go. There's a last glimpse.
There she goes. Hasn't that made us smile this morning?
That's
What
a lovely
couple.
tale. Nice
Lovely,
people.
lovely couple.
8:52. The time now.
So we've all had to spend a lot of time at home over the past year. Many more of us took up a television subscription service, made the most of the great entertainment on offer.
So here to take us through some of the most popular hits is TV critic